Quick question. If someone walked up to you right now and offered you any superpower you wanted, invisibility, super strength, flight, the ability to stop time, which one would you take? Go ahead. Picture it. You've already got an answer, don't you? Everyone does. We've all spent an afternoon daydreaming about the day we finally get our powers, and our life becomes awesome. But here's the thing nobody tells you. Almost every single one of these powers in real life, with real physics and real biology, would absolutely ruin you. Some would make your life miserable. A few would kill you within about 4 seconds of switching them on. So today, let's go through the 10 most requested superpowers on Earth. And I'll show you, one by one, exactly why you should be very, very glad you don't have them. Let's start with the classic, invisibility. The dream. Sneak anywhere, hear anything, disappear whenever you want. It's usually the first power people pick. There's just one small problem. If your entire body is invisible, that includes your eyes. And here's why that matters. You see, because light hits the back of your eye and gets absorbed. But if you're invisible, light doesn't hit you. It passes straight through you. Nothing gets absorbed, which means the moment you turn invisible, you go completely, totally blind. And let's say we solve that somehow. You still have another issue. Your clothes aren't invisible. So to actually disappear, you have to be fully naked. Every time. In public. In winter. Oh, and even naked and blind, you're still not safe. Because your body gives off heat. Any cheap thermal camera would light you up, like a glowing ghost. So congratulations, you're a blind, freezing, naked person who can still be seen by a $40 security camera. Dream power. Okay, so maybe you'd rather phase through walls, walk through doors, through floors, through anything. Intangibility. Think about what phasing through solid matter actually means. It means you switch off your body's ability to collide with things. But there's something else you'd switch off at. The same time the floor's ability to hold you up. The only reason you're not falling right now is that the ground is solid and pushing back against you. Turn that off, and gravity does what gravity always wants to do. You don't gently float through the floor. You drop straight down, through the planet, toward the center of the Earth. And if your power flickers off for even a second while you're halfway through a wall, now you're permanently fused inside solid concrete. Let's move on before that image sticks. Super speed. Now we're talking. Run across cities in seconds, dodge anything, be the fastest thing alive. Except your body is still just a body. When you accelerate from 0 to 1,000 miles an hour instantly, the force involved doesn't care that you have a cool power. Your legs would be torn clean off. Your muscles, your bones, none of them are built to handle that. Say your body magically survives the acceleration. Now you're moving. So fast that the air itself becomes the enemy. Air friction at those speeds generates enormous heat. You'd basically burst into flames, like a meteor. Except the meteor is you, on your way to grab a snack. And speaking of snacks, moving that fast burns an insane amount of energy. To run like that, you'd need to eat something like tens of thousands of calories a day just to not collapse. Your superpower's real weakness isn't a villain. It's your grocery bill. Let's give you flight. Everyone's second choice. Just you. The open sky. Total freedom. Here's what the movies leave out. It's freezing up there. Climb just a few thousand feet, and the temperature drops below 0. Go higher, and the air gets so thin you can't actually breathe. So your peaceful flight through the clouds is really you slowly turning into a frozen, oxygen-starved popsicle. Then there's speed. To fly anywhere useful, you'd want to move fast. And now you're back to the super speed problem. With wind ripping at your face at hurricane force, freezing rain hitting you like tiny bullets, and absolutely nothing protecting your eyes. Flight sounds like freedom. In practice, it's the world's most dangerous open-air motorcycle. With no bike, no helmet, and no heater. Fine, skip the flying, just teleport. Blink from one place to another, instantly. No traffic, no planes, no problem. This one seems foolproof. It is absolutely not foolproof. Because here's a fact that will ruin teleportation. For you forever, nothing in the universe is standing still. The Earth is spinning at around 1,000 miles an hour. It's also hurtling around the sun. The sun is dragging us around the galaxy. You are moving incredibly fast right now without feeling a thing. So when you teleport, you're not just choosing a spot. You have to perfectly account for exactly where the planet will be when you arrive. Get the timing wrong by a fraction of a second, and the Earth has moved on without you. You reappear where the ground used to be, which is now empty space. Best case, you're a few feet underground. Worst case, you materialize in the freezing vacuum of deep space, watching your planet drift away. No thanks. Let's try something that can't physically hurt you. Immortality. You never die. Sounds like the ultimate win, right? For the first few decades, sure, but immortality isn't really about you living forever. It's about watching everyone else not. Everyone you love has an expiration date, and you don't. You'd watch your friends grow old and go. Your family, then their children, then their children's children. You become a permanent stranger, always the one left behind, saying goodbye over and over until you stop letting yourself get close to anyone at all, and then keep going. Long enough, and humanity itself fades. The sun eventually burns out. The Earth is gone, and you can't die, so you just keep existing, alone, drifting in a cold, empty universe with no one and nothing, forever. Immortality isn't a gift. It's the longest prison sentence imaginable. Okay, Dark, let's lighten up. How about stopping time? Freeze the world, do whatever you want, unfreeze it. The ultimate cheat code. Let's really freeze time and see what happens. If time is stopped, everything stops, including the air. Air molecules freeze in place, which means they can't move out of your way. Trying to walk would feel like pushing through solid glass, and you couldn't breathe because air has to flow into your lungs, and nothing is flowing. It gets worse. Light itself is made of moving particles. Stop time, and light stops traveling, which means it never reaches your eyes. So the instant you freeze the world, everything goes pitch black. You're now standing, blind, unable to breathe, trapped in a frozen, dark world. The cheat code crashes the game. Let's try a subtler one, reading minds. Know what everyone's really thinking. Never get lied to again. Sounds like a superpower for winning at life. Think about what that actually means, though. You wouldn't hear people's polished, polite thoughts. You'd hear everything. Every random, ugly, intrusive thought that flickers through a person's head and vanishes. The things they'd never say. The things they don't even mean. You'd know exactly what your friends secretly think of you. You'd catch every little judgment, every insecurity, every lie in real time. And you can't turn it off. Imagine walking through a crowded street with 100 voices screaming their private thoughts into your skull at once. Mind reading wouldn't make you powerful. It would make it impossible to trust anyone or to ever have a moment of silence again. Now the big one. Super strength. Lift cars, break walls, be unstoppable. What could possibly go wrong? Basically everything you touch. Because strength without control is just destruction. You reach for a door handle. You rip the door off. You try to shake someone's hand. You crush it. You go to type a text, and your phone explodes into pieces. A life of super strength is a life of accidentally breaking literally everything you love. But here's the part people forget. Strength is not the same as being indestructible. Remember, every force has an equal and opposite force pushing back. So when you punch through a brick wall with incredible power, That same power pushes back into your fist, your normal, breakable human fist. You'd shatter your own hand and arm on the very first punch. You've got the strength of a superhero and the skeleton of a regular guy. That's not a hero. That's a hospital visit. Last one, shapeshifting. Become anyone, anything. The ultimate freedom. The power that seems to have no downside. But think about where all that comes from. To turn into someone twice your size, where does the extra mass appear from? To shrink down, where does the rest of you go? You're either creating matter out of nothing or destroying it. And your body is the thing doing the math. Get it slightly wrong, and you don't transform. You come apart. And there's a quieter cost. If you can be anyone, you slowly stop being you. When your own face is just one more costume, it gets harder and harder to remember which one was real. Shapeshifting doesn't just risk your body. It slowly erases your identity. So let's go back to the beginning. Someone offers you any power you want. What do you pick now? Because here's the strange thing this all points to. Every one of these powers sounds incredible right up until you actually think it through, until you follow it past the fantasy and into the physics, the biology, the loneliness, the cost, and almost every time, the dream quietly turns into a nightmare. Maybe that's the real lesson hiding in here. The things we imagine would fix our lives usually come with a price we never bothered to imagine. And the ordinary life you already have, the one where you can see and breathe and touch the people you love without breaking them, might quietly be the most powerful setup of all. But I want to hear from you. After everything you just watched, is there one power here you'd still take? Downsides and all? Tell me which one in the comments, and tell me why. And if you had fun going down this rabbit hole, there are plenty more waiting for you on this channel. I'll see you in the next one.